Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports Broadcast Live. Well, both these teams can get out and run, Brent. We expect a good amount of fast break points in this one.
And I like it, Kevin, when teams are able to go back and forth like this. What you start to see is confidence grow in the type of passes maybe that you're going to see from those guards. So maybe more creative 3-on-1 fast breaks and some great highlight material.
Isn't that fun to watch?
Love it. Get your voices ready.
Here we go. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Ilyasova out there with Steven Adams. And it's Morrow in at the small forward.
Always pushing the action offensively. He puts so much pressure on the defense.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Here's Morrow. He's covered by Gay. Back to Adams. 5 to shoot. Oladipo for 3, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Young with no one around. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Oh, and the D can't back off of Young. When they do, he hits them with the pull-up.
Westbrook kicks to Morrow. He dishes it to Oladipo. Out to the right wing. Here's Westbrook for 3. And that one is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And in that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
It didn't matter what the opponent's defensive attack looked like tonight. They were ready for just about anything and ran away with it.
Oladipo with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Oklahoma City moving it around. Ilyasova is screen on game. Morrow kicks to Westbrook. Can't connect from short range.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Surveying the Thunder roster here, and a lot of the players on it were their own draft picks. They've done a great job of identifying some talent late in rounds in the draft. Found a good amount of rotation players even when they were going deep into the playoffs.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And for the Thunder and their draft success, Brent, it's so important as they aren't usually big players in free agency.
Well, that's a tip of the cap you have to give to their general manager to continue to seek out players that are going to complement the team. Just invaluable.
Here's Young. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Young against Oladipo. Screened by Adams. And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the defense is attacking Westbrook, and he's attacking right back.
Kings leading now by 6. Gay outside. Tolliver dishes to Gay. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. And how about we check out the group of rookies with the best percentages from the charity stripe this season. 4th, Justice Young. And, of course, Prez.
Tremendous form and confidence. That's what these two have in common when it comes to shooting free throws.
Pass to Young, the 10-footer.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. Here's Ilyasova, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Maybe a bit of Ilyasova's game he doesn't get much credit for, but he can bait a defender into fouls like that.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now. Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Ilyasova. And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
Ilyasova, with the height of a big man, he's very much at ease and has a great release.
Young outside. To the paint. Gay passes to Prez. From the paint. Lets it go with the three. Offensive rebound. Back to Young. Gay kicks to Prez. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Thunder trailing by 4. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy, Donovan and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
Yeah, and that's going to be a result of this team playing with tremendous patience. You got to run the plays instead of gunning the ball towards the rim. Just make good decisions overall.
Three from Gay. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
You know, excellent decision-making by Young and really breaking apart the defense with his passing.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Solid defense there from Prez.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Gay outside. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Now a chance to take a look at the shot chart.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point, you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
That free throw, no good. And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Young against Oladipo. Here is Tolliver looking for his first basket still in this one. And Oladipo pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, if you ask around the league about the moves that the Thunder made with the trade for Victor Oladipo at the 2016 draft, most people would tell you they got the better of it. Oladipo, the best shooting guard they've had since James Harden.
Good on the shot.
Great job of rising up and drilling that shot over the defense. Big size advantage from mid-range.
Now here's Westbrook. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score.
Sometimes it's more about when Russell hits the three. That time looking confident.
Prez dishes to Young. Feeds it to Tolliver. Back to Young. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Cousins. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without.
Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. Defense, I need you keyed in on Westbrook right now. And he's doing the most damage. He gets to his spot down low.
Three-point shootout into 16 guys playing, and then you hand out a little bracket so all the fans can participate and fill it out.
That's a great idea.
So you go from 16 to 8 and then 8 to 4, then have the dunk contest, and then come back and let those 4 shoot it out. So you could kind of split it up a little bit and make the three-point shootout the last thing that you see. I'm on board with it.
Sounds good. Kings leading now by 7. No one near Prez as he lets it go. Another three for Sacramento.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Morrow kicks to Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. Lets it go with a three. Westbrook missing again.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Oladipo. Here's Cantor. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Pick it up, boy.
It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
The former Turkish star and third overall.
The Kings shooting reasonably well, 45%. Prez in at point guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Young in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Sacramento. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Oklahoma City, 2 spots down.
And you know, for the Thunder, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
The only people whose minds have changed are the people who said they were going to have a down year. There is no one left saying that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
It's stolen by Prez. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And Prez is never bashful about attacking the rack. When he sees space, he sprints towards it.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Prez. Jumps up. Prez finishing off the play with the dunk. He won't miss many of those.
And you can just see him psyching himself up after a play like that. Nice slam by Prez.
Here's Morrow. He's covered by Gay. Morrow the pass to Adams. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for DeMarcus Cousins. He's around 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Morrow, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And here's Young from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Tipped away. It's stolen by Prez. Young outside. Here's Prez. And finish off by Prez.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
Morrow kicks to Adams. The pass to Ilyasova. Young against Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Sacramento leading by 12. Dishes it to Prez. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. The Kings in second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And that's what Prez does so well. A tremendous scorer who tries his best to only take quality shots.
It's stolen by Prez. Ball's knocked loose. It's Oladipo on the wing, defended by Young. Adams' shot is good. And Donovan, coming in from college, definitely had a bit of a learning curve, as all coaches who make the jump have. But, you know, Brent, overall, he wasn't afraid to learn on the fly.
I think he really did a great job of setting up what last year represented in his first year by getting together with a lot of the members of the Oklahoma City Thunder team. In fact, I went to an open gym in the summer of 2015, and I saw 12 Oklahoma City Thunder players working out in the summertime with Billy Donovan and his staff. That's a great way to get started.
And the call will be against Prez.
Presidential
That's
pardon.
his first foul. And it's the Thunder with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Morrow kicks to Adams. 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. On its way from Oladipo for 2.
And what you like there is Young's energy, willing himself to get into the peripheral of the shooter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The feed to Prez. Payne grabs the board.
Well, he's usually not up for much physical contact, but that time tried to knife his way in there through the defense and finish at the rim.
He kicks it to Ilyasova. Pass to Oladipo. Here's Morrow. He's covered by Gay. Count that bucket.
I like seeing Oladipo around the rim using the lift inside.
Prez dishes to Young. It's Gay on the way. To the inside. Young against Oladipo. And Young kicks to Gay. Puts one up from 19. The Thunder pull it in. Now Payne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the middle. Here's Ilyasova. And Ilyasova throws it down.
And when Ilyasova gets in at the rim, the only thing that's on his mind is how he can finish on a play like that.
Prez passes to Tolliver. Here's Prez. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Prez. 3rd in steals, 10th in scoring. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Here's Morrow. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Ilyasova is screen on Young. Oladipo, good.
Slowly and steadily improving Oladipo, a good three-point shooter, making him more well-rounded as a threat.
Prez dishes to Tolliver. Here's Cousins. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And the league is in transition, a healthy debate about who is the league's best player. I'll pose this question to you. If you were going to pick one player, who would it be?
Well, LeBron James is undoubtedly still the best player in the NBA, and if you haven't watched the past 2 NBA Finals, shame on you.
Because he has been historically good in both.
Well, by the time it's all said and done, we've got 4 or 5 years still of LeBron doing what it is that he's done and marching up these incredible ladders, all the statistical significance and history that he's setting. But if we look at some of the young players, Kevin, the interesting debate will be, will Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Davis be the guy moving forward? I think you'd find it interesting if you took a poll as to which coaches would take which player first. I think you'd be surprised at those results.
Are you saying Towns?
I might say Karl Anthony Towns.
I know. See the smile on your face. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems at times that Russell Westbrook can put up a triple-double at will. But he said, everybody thinks that I care about numbers and things like that, but I really don't. I don't think about who shoots, how many times they shoot. That really doesn't matter to me. I just like to win. All that matters is if we win. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A., one of the most competitive players in the NBA. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson's checked in. And Oladipo has it in the corner. The dish to Morrow. And Robertson kicks to Morrow. Buries it from three-point range. Morrow's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here is Tolliver. Adams defending.
He's certainly a threat to finish those opportunities with some style and flair, but the defense did a simply outstanding job preventing that from happening.
Poked away, and the call will be against Prez. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He has to back off on defense just a little bit. His team cannot afford to have him on the bench at this point in the game due to foul trouble.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Barnes comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Young. The Thunder also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Ilyasova. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Oladipo.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Oklahoma City gets it back. Tries yet again. Morrow, no good. Sacramento leading by 8. Prez passes to Gay. Kicks it to Cousins. It's stolen by Adams. Inside, here's Morrow. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Morrow's got 5.
Well, this is what he does. Morrow is so deadly on the catch and shoot. As a defender, you really want to try to force him to put the ball on the floor.
Cousins dishes to Prez. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. It's tipped. Stolen by Gay. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Thunder trailing by 10. Out to the right wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That shot is off.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Here's Prez. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. It's stolen by Prez. In the corner, it's Temple. Now here's Prez. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Cousins on target from 13 feet. And now a 12-point Kings lead.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
There's a screen by Kanter. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Westbrook again missing. Gay right side. Lets it fly from 18. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
The Kings have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
And collectively, they're only about 70.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Sacramento up by 6.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Big plays for you defensively, a lot of steals. Was that a point of emphasis heading into the game?
Yeah, man, of course it was a point of emphasis to me. Yo, when I see the other team with the ball, I get so angry. I just got to run up and take it from them, man. Look, in kindergarten, I would have got scolded for that, all right? Not knowing how to share and all that. But look, now I'm applauded for it. It's crazy.
Miss Jones didn't know what she was talking about.
Good work, guys. Nicely done. Where do you guys want to go after the game? Burgers or tacos? I kind of want to go tacos. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Do not let up, gentlemen. Play with the same enthusiasm. And let's get this W.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Greg, if he didn't steal the other team's playbook. His anticipation, unreal.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Ilyasova out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in at the 5. And here's Westbrook from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Westbrook's got the first field goal of the second half for Oklahoma City. And for years, people used to criticize Westbrook for his shot selection. You're less and less of that, though, now lately.
Well, he's an MVP-type player in his own right. He led the league in scoring in 2015. Remember, with Kevin Durant out, and he did it very, very efficiently. It's a good problem to have if you're Billy Donovan and the Thunder.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
But he's just fearless and unafraid to go up into the traffic of the defense. Westbrook takes it right to the bucket, and a well-deserved trip to the line.
Prez passes to Young. Gay outside. Here's Prez. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Prez has got 19 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And already maybe a defensive adjustment needs to be made here in the second half if their current setup leads to chances like that. High percentage.
Here's Young. Again, Sacramento.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
It's tipped. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Rebound by the Kings. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Oladipo against Young. At the top of the key, Cousins. Gay in the corner. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Back to Oladipo. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Sacramento leading by 13. Prez dishes to Young. Up top, Cousins. Passes it to Young. Here's Tolliver, and he banks in the layup. Tolliver's got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. One-on-one fast break. Young passes to Cousins. Here's Prez. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Prez has got 21.
And that's how you shoot it from mid-range. Prez just nailing the shot with ease.
Start it. Bring it in. Take a seat.
NBA, Brent, becomes more and more of a skill game where versatility is so valuable. You certainly fit that description as a player. Do you like the way the game is going in that regard?
I do like it, Kevin, and I'll return a question to you and ask you if you think that the skills of the players are just more honed than they were maybe 25, 30 years ago because of their availability to these specialized coaches. This was not the way it was for that generation of players.
Excellent point, but have the rules even enhanced it more that players can show more of their skills now?
Yeah, there's no question about it that the league has tended to go towards being able to allow guys freedom of movement, off-ball movement. The flow of the game is much better. The three-point shot, as we talked about at length, has opened up the floor, and you get to see the grace and athleticism of some of the game's best.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. That is such a tough blow to take at the early stage of this season. Hopefully, with it being early, we can recover and help this team down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
Adams with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
It's nice to see the confidence he shows on his inside game and ability to get the shot up before the defender can do anything.
Prez with the ball, working on Payne, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Kings have had an off night from the stripe tonight, and Cousins no good on that one. Payne kicks to Ilyasova. Down low, fades away. Prez with the rebound. Prez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Young on the wing. Tolliver kicks to Gay. And here's Young from the arc. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Here's Roberson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Screen by Adams. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. Ilyasova. What a terrific move that was. Ilyasova's got 8 points.
And maybe that's the advantage at his height that Ilyasova has down there on the block, a high release point, which allows him to score easily.
Here's Prez. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Roberson dishes to Payne. With some arc. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 11 rebounds in the game. Tolliver, no luck.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
Adams with the screen on Gay. Adams sets the pick for Oladipo. He feeds it to Adams. An easy layup after coming off the pick. He has 6.
Well, that's something Adams is working on right there, finishing plays strong with a hand in his face.
And that one, good. And the Kings lead by 20.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
Adams with the screen on Young. Oladipo, the pass to Adams. And that's collected by Gay. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the paint, and Cousins throws it down.
Well, that's one of his best attributes, is his passes hit guys in stride.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Sacramento leading by 21. Prez, he's in at the point. Rudy Gay is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Young in at 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Expanding his range. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Thunder trailing by 21. And Oladipo kicks to Adams. Westbrook up top. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Prez picks one up.
Well, he's an NBA scoring champion. Westbrook sure has improved his entire offensive repertoire since his days in Westwood.
And so Westbrook makes them both.
And Kevin, what's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan, I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
Just 4 to shoot. Young. It's deflected.
Ilyasova not known for his defense, but with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
Thunder trailing by 19. And thinking again about Westbrook and his high usage rate, it's incredible, Greg, because he still plays entirely efficient.
It's crazy. I mean, normally the more shots you take, the more your efficiency drops. But Westbrook seems to be free of that. It's a big reason why this team lets Westbrook do so much for them on the offensive end.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. 5 to shoot. Oladipo dishes to Ilyasova.
And you can see the impact Prez has on defense. His mere presence makes shooters nervous.
Young pass to Prez. It's good from long range. Prez has got 24 points. Oklahoma City shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Ilyasova is screen on Young. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Sacramento leading by 22. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And you often see players talking with an official after a call or an on-call. Were you ever able to make headway with the ref by talking to them after a play, whether you agreed, disagreed, or whatever?
Well, the biggest part about it, Kevin, it's all about your approach. So if you walk up to the referees and you're kind and you're courteous, they're going to listen to what it is that you have to say. So it's all about your timing and your approach with the officials to point out something that may be happening in the game or a trend that you see in the early part of the game, just to draw their attention to some of that action during the course of a period.
Did coaches always make players aware of who is officiating and what to look for?
I really never had a coach in a pregame meeting, Kevin, come in and mention the officials who were reffing that game that night. Never happened in my career.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Young kicks to Prez. Kings moving the ball around. And Cousins gets it to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the paint. Here's Westbrook, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Boy, in the last year, the Kings, Greg, went all in, even trading a couple of veteran contracts to the Sixers.
Yeah, and they used the cap reshuffle.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett
there he is. Yo,
David
Brett,
Aldridge,
any of the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
All right, let's get it.
The NBA, presented by 2K Sports.